Yeah, I mean, I just remember the first time I saw her, which was she came in an audition for Bridesmaids and did this take on that character that was so different than anything I'd seen that it took me about 15 seconds to realize it was funny. I was just going like, what is she doing? And it's like, oh my God, I think this is hilarious.
You're not the first to go, what is that?
But I mean, telling it was just unbelievable. I was just like, who is this person? I want to work with this person.
It's such a weird shorthand, and I also think like somehow there's like an 11-year-old boy in both of us because we always reduce to something really silly at the same time as we're kind of talking about something and getting a note, but it's done through just a weird amount of nonsense.
Yeah, and we just laugh at each other all the time. Gosh, I mean, it's
I'm proud
so
of
much.
all of our stuff. I think for this one, I felt it the second all four of us walked out in our jumpsuits for the first time. And I remember I looked at Paul and I had such an overwhelming feeling. I think everybody kind of did. It was like, this is right. This feels pretty incredible. And I remember like kind of locking eyes with Paul like, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
And it was just this was just at the camera test before we started.
That was the camera test.
And they started like dancing and doing all this stuff. And I remember I turned around, I was like so happy and said to my AD, I said like, this is it. It worked.
Well, Leslie Jones is just so Leslie Jones. I mean, she really is the most in her shoes, unapologetic, bombastic, like force of nature, and she just brings that in. And also, she's such a good actress, and she's in her shoes. Like you buy that character. There's weight to when she can deliver a line, and it's so funny, and also like from such a good place.
Yeah. Such warmth.
There's
good heart. Yeah.
Like she can talk. It's funny. I've said to her, I was like, you can talk tough to me, but like I know you have a soft, chewy center. Like she's just I think it's the mix. I think it's all that like bombastic verbiage that's flying around in her head so fast, and then at the core of it, like there's such kindness, and boy, does that make for an interesting perspective of the world.
Yeah. And then Kate's just this, she's like from another planet.
Such a lovely creature.
Yeah, and just, I mean, so unpredictable, but so real, and it was just so much fun to kind of go like, what is she doing? And like in the middle of the scene is like, what just happened? And but then
why is Kate upside down?
Yeah, exactly.
What's happening?
And suddenly we get to the editing room, we're like, that's great, or like, let's cut to that. And it's that kind of inventiveness. And then just, I mean, honestly, one of the nicest people I've ever met. She's just
and so she's incredibly intelligent.
Yeah.
And to have that mix with a funny eye and to look at the world so differently, it's like, boy does that make for some like great conversations.
Yeah. And this cast is, I mean, 4 fearless women. I mean, I've never seen 4 women who are just 4 performers who are just so brave, and so there's no vanity and just like, here it comes. And that's all you ask when you're a director. He's everything.
He's everything. He's just such a good, truly good guy. Like good, like just good and kind and a great actor, and then super crazy, like nerdy, crazy comedy guy funny. Not just like, he did great, he was pretty funny. It's like, that's a weird thing. That's the kind of humor that you should have like fought to not get beat up more. And right. You know what I mean?
Exactly right. I know. Yeah, it usually comes from a place of adversity, not from being
I don't know how
perfect.
much adversity. Like, I don't see Chris really fighting his way off a playground, but somehow that's his perspective. I think it's probably why he's such a nice guy. I don't think he takes any of the Thor muscles and all of his great stuff. I don't think he takes it seriously.
No. To me, he's like the new Cary Grant.
Yeah.
I mean, handsome, funny,
and truly
talented,
charming.
Everything. If you're a fan of the original movies, you will have a lot of nice Easter eggs that you will find. Yeah, well, I mean, now that it's 32 years later from the original one, as long as I kept the core of these 4 amazing, funny people in it, then I knew I could put them in a much bigger world. And I just wanted them to have action. I want, because you can only kind of watch somebody shoot a proton gun so many times, but if we get them in there and they're fighting hand to hand with ghosts, and the scope of this is enormous, and the city's falling apart, and just, really wanted to give big scope, big effects.
We all love the original so much, so it's like you had to kind of keep that spirit, keep that integrity of like there's such a good story, and I love like 4 regular people banding together and suddenly becoming heroic. To me, it's like, I mean, and fighting such adversity and like, all this crazy situation, but then to bring it into the present day, and it's like things are bigger and scarier, and like the effects are incredible, and I don't know, it's like that combination, and you keep your story. I think that's the kind of thing that Paul can juggle, that it doesn't just become all action. It's like it's all that action plus characters that you care about, and then I think you're hitting a home run.
Yeah, it's all in service of the story and the characters. That's the big rule.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey,